Hey everyone. For the past several weeks, a lot of people have been talking about who the new general manager is going to be now that storyline-wise Mick Foley is fired as the Raw general manager. And the one name that's always been coming up is Kurt Angle. Now, I'm not saying Kurt wouldn't be a good choice, especially if they go in a direction that I think they should go in with Kurt. You see, what they should do if they're going to bring Kurt in, storyline-wise, as the new general manager of Raw, is they need to make him a counter to Stephanie. In other words, build it up to where it looks like they're going to be buddy-buddy, they're going to get along, but then have Kurt reveal to her, no, I'm not going to do what you tell, I'm not going to... Or just have it to the point that Kurt reveals, yeah, I'm glad to be the general manager, and he looks Stephanie and if he's there, Triple H, right in the eye and say, no, I'm not going to be intimidated. Or you have Kurt reveal, yeah, I'm glad to be general manager, however, I'm not going to be the general manager that intimidates people or bullies people like you want, Stephanie. I'm going to be a general manager that does things the right way. I'm going to give people opportunities that they deserve. And then you can have him look her and Triple H, if Triple H is there, right in the eyes and say, and I'm not going to be intimidated or bullied into making a decision I feel is wrong. And if WWE goes with that, you could use that to build towards maybe a special attraction match at WrestleMania. Or not WrestleMania, but at SummerSlam between Triple H and Kurt Angle. You could do that because unless WWE doesn't go in that direction and they just name Kurt Angle the general manager and make it look like he's going to be the babyface ace of Raw until, let's say, until maybe the second Raw pay-per-view under him and Steph's regime, that he reveals, oh, I've been pulling you guys along the whole time. I'm on Stephanie's side, and we're going to make life a living hell for you guys and all that. Make life a living hell for the Raw roster. Unless, like I say, they go in that direction, just naming Kurt Angle as the general manager is going to make people believe that what I just said, or what I just pictured and just mentioned, is going to happen. That basically you'll have Kurt play off as a babyface GM for a little bit, and then by the second Raw pay-per-view, or maybe the next Interbrand pay-per-view, it's revealed that Kurt and Stephanie were in on it together, and they're actually going to be a heel tandem running Raw. So I believe if Kurt Angle is going to be named general manager, you have to play off the history, yes, but then you have to have Kurt look them both dead in the eye and say, look, I'm not going to bully, intimidate people into doing what they don't want to do. I'm not going to be intimidated or bullied into making certain decisions. I'm going to make the right decisions, and I'm going to give people the opportunities that they deserve that you have prevented them from having. So if they go with that on when they name Kurt Angle general manager, if they do, that'd be great because, like I said, you could use that to build to maybe a special attraction match between Kurt Angle and Triple H at SummerSlam this year, with maybe a stipulation that if Kurt Angle beats Triple H, Stephanie's out as commissioner, or if Triple H beats Kurt Angle, Kurt's gone as general manager. It would make sense. But that's up to WWE. Because, like I said, if they just name Kurt the general manager, it's going to be too obvious to the smart marks out there that Kurt's going to go heel before the year's out, and him and Stephanie are going to be a tyrant, a very titanical tandem running Raw with an iron fist. And, I don't think fans are going to want that. However, what I feel as we get to the 5-minute mark here, I feel that WWE probably realizes folks are pointing towards Kurt Angle as the new GM. I think WWE's got to throw us a curveball. I really do. Because like I said, you can name Kurt the general manager and that'd be great. But like I said, you would have to go in a direction, but they would have to go in the direction that I suggested to make it really work, or else you're just making the obvious heel turn for Kurt down the line later this year too obvious. I believe the person that WWE should and probably will name general manager, because it would make all the sense in the world from a storyline perspective, and it would be the last person that Stephanie McMahon, storyline-wise, would ever want as the general manager, opposing her as her general manager. The person I believe WWE would have to name, because we haven't seen him in a while, is Sting. I think Sting would be the perfect choice. Here's why. You could have the board of directors notify Stephanie, maybe tomorrow night on Raw, or maybe at WrestleMania, that they have named, that they, since they have more powers, since they have more power, they can overrule Steph. You can have it revealed, like I said, either tomorrow night or at WrestleMania, that they have decided who the new general manager is. And you can make Stephanie wonder, okay, who it is, who's this general manager, and you can throw hints throughout the following night on Raw, that this general manager is going to have a little bit more power, he's going to have a little bit more say-so in his decisions, a little bit of say-so, and that any decision he makes is final, and not even Stephanie, like he's going to have a little bit more. Well, basically, whoever they name as whoever the general manager is going to be, will have a little bit more power, a little bit more say-so, and whatever decisions he makes will be final and cannot be overruled by Stephanie, even though she's the commissioner. So you can, like I said, they can start doing this by tomorrow night, maybe at WrestleMania, and then the next night, the Monday after WrestleMania, you can reveal who it is. And like I said, just the story aspect about it of Stephanie, the moment they decide to reveal it, either at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end, the storyline element is, it writes itself. The reactions from said characters like Stephanie and Triple H write themselves, because can you imagine them waiting in the ring thinking, okay, general manager, who are you? Let's see who you are. Come on. And then all of a sudden you're just boom, boom. You hear Sting's music, and you could just see the reaction on Steph's face. And you could just see that reaction on both Steph and Triple H's face, like, oh, crap. That's the general manager. And you could have Sting come out, face paint and everything, and say, hey, I'm here. I'm the new GM. Or you can have him say, you call? Somebody call the new GM? And you could have him come out and basically get right in the faces and say, hey, what's up? And get right in Stephanie's face and say, what's up, partner? Or something like that. And just the fact that it writes itself, because he would be somebody that would be the last person they'd want being the general manager of Raw. And you can reveal right then and there that Stephanie cannot fire, that the only person that can fire Sting as the general manager would be the board of directors, since they're the ones that hired him, not Stephanie. And that she's stuck with him as general manager. And again, the story writes itself, because you could have Stephanie try to intimidate and bully people, but then you could have Sting oppose her and say, oh, no, we're not going to do that. Or you could have Sting, because a lot of people say, or you can have Sting do something that a lot of people have been wanting. You see, a lot of people say that Stephanie has not yet gotten her comeuppance. So why not have Sting be the one that does that to her? Why not have Sting be the one that says, yeah, that more power and stuff that I have? Well, I also have the power to book even people like you in a match. And you can have him book her in a match against a mystery opponent by herself. She wouldn't know who it is. And then that would be a perfect time, because it's the WrestleMania. It's the Monday after WrestleMania. You could have Asuka debut and take on Stephanie. You could have Asuka beat the crap out of Stephanie. Basically beat her down, make her submit. And then you can have Sting later on after the match say, hey, you want to have another rematch with Asuka? And you can have Stephanie say, no. And you can have Sting say, hey, I won't put you in another match as long as you start doing the right thing. You start doing what's right. You start treating people fairly. You start being honest with people. You stop being biased. You treat people the right way. You do the right things. Basically, you could have Sting tell her, hey, I won't put you in another match as long as you do the right thing from now on and you make the right decisions, not decisions based on what you want, but what the fans want. So I could see from a storyline aspect that happening. From a storyline perspective, the Monday after WrestleMania, that happening. Because like I said, Kurt Angle, yeah, he's a great choice, but unless you do it with that twist that I mentioned at the beginning, with that story element at the beginning, it's not going to work because it'll make it too obvious to longtime fans and smart marks that he's going to turn heel. You need to do something that keeps him as a true babyface general manager. You need to do that. And to me, like I said, what I suggested at the beginning, what I feel they need to do at the beginning is the best option. But if they don't, then like I said, the smart marks and the longtime fans are it's going to be too predictable to them. Too predictable. That's why I believe WWE is not going to go with Kurt. I think they're going to go with Sting. And it would make all the sense in the world. It would make all the sense in the world because basically here's a guy that has been known to stick it to the authority, stick it to Stephanie and Triple H. And what better way to really stick it to Stephanie every week on Raw and make sure she doesn't screw people out of opportunities. She doesn't, show favoritism, or she doesn't try to do this to somebody or do that. And like I said, the best way you could start that as well between the two is to have Sting put her in a match against a debuting Asuka who could literally beat the crap out of her. And then you could have Sting hold over her head the possibility of being put in another match with somebody else. And you can have Sting hold that over her head until she agrees to do the right thing, to make right decisions that are fair and unbiased. So that's what. So to me, that would work out perfectly. In the end, it would really work out perfectly, and it would give Sting time as well to get his neck fixed. You can have Sting get his neck fixed, and he could still Sting could still have time to get his neck fixed, get surgery on it when he can, because he doesn't have to get physical in the ring. He could just be somebody that goes, is just someone that sticks it to the authority. So honestly, I truly believe that even though Kurt Angle is a good choice, I think Sting is going to be the one they go with. I really do, because like I say, it makes more sense. It's got more storyline aspect, more storyline drama and aspect and entertainment all rolled into one. I mean, the storyline throughout the year between the two, or throughout the run as GM and commissioner, writes itself. It writes itself, and it would be perfect. I think it would work. And I think WWE, whether you like them or you don't, whether you like WWE or you don't, I think WWE realizes this is the best direction to go in, because if they don't go in this direction, and they go with Kurt, and they don't do it with what I suggested or I feel is necessary for that to work, then pretty much it's going to be predictable that Kurt would become a heel later in the year. So I think they need to go in this direction. I believe it's the best decision to go with Sting, and I think they will go with Sting because it's less obvious, it's less predictable, and it works from a storyline aspect because it brings things full circle. Because remember, when Sting showed up, he kept sticking it to Triple H and Stephanie all the time. He kept screwing the authority. He kept screwing them out. I mean, he temporarily was the reason they were removed from power. They were gone. They were removed from power. They were gone. So it would work, to me, storyline-wise, from a story element perspective, it works. It really does. So that's who I think WWE is going to go with as the Raw general manager, as the new Raw general manager. I really do. But I could be wrong. They might go with Kurt, but hopefully if they do, they go in a direction that makes sense for Kurt, that doesn't make it obvious he's going to turn heel later in the year. They do it Like I say, they do it in a way that doesn't make it look obvious. He's going to turn heel later on in the year. And they do it to where it builds to maybe, like I say, a special attraction match between him and Hunter at SummerSlam with, like I said, said stipulation in place. So hopefully, if they do make Kurt the general manager, they go in that direction that I feel is necessary. That would works better for someone like Kurt Angle as the general manager against someone like Stephanie and Triple H. I think that works better. I really do. So unless they do that, I truly believe unless they do that for Kurt Angle's general manager, I believe the best choice, and I think the best choice from a storyline perspective that works and make things come full circle is Sting. I really believe he's the best choice, and that's all I'm going to say on it, folks. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think I'm right? Do you guys agree with who I believe WWE will truly go with? Or do you think they'll still stick with Kurt as the next general manager? Let me know down below. Comment if you like, and I'm out.